Hey yo, guess who's back again? Tell a friend, it's Fat Man Eva, back with another video. Today we're looking at old school Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. We're gonna look at his steroid transformation. There aren't many pictures of Hall that I could find online, to be honest. You know, I tried to dig up photos from the 60s, 70s, 80s. The earliest I could find was maybe 70s, early 80s. All the pictures that are online are mostly of him just jacked already. You know, I can't find any pictures of him being slim or natty or natural. You know, all the natural ones are after he came off steroids. Most of his early pictures are from the time when he had dabbled with steroids and he was training. Before I begin, make sure to subscribe, comment and share. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So yeah, he's best known for playing Razor Ramon. You know, you would have never thought that this guy looked like Incredible Hulk 1-2 years prior to joining the WWF in the early 90s, I believe it was. You know, no one remembers him as a jacked wrestler, as he wasn't really famous those days. He was known for his slim look around the mid-90s till the end of his career. You know, he was a huge guy. His Wikipedia bills him as 6'7". Don't know how true that is. He didn't look noticeably taller than the likes of Hogan, Austin and Rock. His build weight was around 287 pounds, but again, I'm not sure which period that was around. It probably would have to be around the 80s, as that is when he was at his muscle peak. Who admitted to using steroids in the ESPN documentary. He's still a huge guy. He was very huge, beyond huge. He was massively muscular in AWA and in WCW as the Diamond Stud. As I noticed, as soon as he debuted as Razor Ramon in the WWF, he was still big, but he looked to be 20 pounds or maybe 30 pounds lighter, and he wasn't as full. Hall claims that he and other wrestlers didn't know about steroids around the 70s and 80s. You know, really, didn't Arnold Schwarzenegger and Frank Zane know about steroids in the 60s and 70s? You know, this is his quote, and I quote, "A lot of people don't know about steroids then. Nowadays, little kids go, oh, that guy's on steroids. But back then, nobody knew. What really prompted me was when I started noticing the attention that these guys got from women. Like when they walked through the mall, you know, I'd be behind them and girls would be whispering, you know, did you see that guy? And I thought, wow, I want that." So the reason why, basically this is Scott Hall's main reason for using steroids, just to get attention of girls. Like, you can't do that naturally, obviously. You know, he's acting like steroids were taboo in his days, when in reality he was part of the rock and roll cartoon era. This is when everybody was on steroids. From the early 90s to the late 2000s, people were massively on steroids. You know, hell, people are still on steroids despite the wellness policies and drug testings. You know, people still take steroids. Scott Hall was the definition of steroids in the 1980s. You know, as you can see in the pictures, not many people know this because most fans only remember him as a natty Razor Ramon or Scott Hall in the NWO. It's not known what steroids he used. You know, he's been open about prescribed medication. Not so much about the steroid use, but I can only guess he was on testosterone, you know, Masteron, Debo, Tren, Clen, you know, the typical steroid stack for wrestlers. Maybe a bit of a human growth hormone, So these are common steroids for people who have to maintain muscle mass. So yeah, let me guys know what you think in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you guys back next week with a Scott Hall steroids to natural transformation. Peace.